Here's one for you to think about, maybe help you sleep better at night. You know, all these data centers are being used for is to collect information on everybody. What you post, what you say on the phone, who you talk to, what you say, what your messages are, everything. They are tracking everything and recording everything you do in your vehicles now so that they can use this against you. So that the government can use this all against the people. So that they can put the people under their boot. Put you in jail, put you in prison, lock you up for whatever you're doing, which is private information. They should not be allowed to, data centers should not be allowed to collect personal information on everybody just so that the government can have something to hold against every individual that they don't like. How is that right? So everybody should fight these data centers. They should not be allowed to collect all this information on you. You can't even drive your car or your vehicle now without being tracked, recorded, your eye contact, your movements. Say you had a bad day at work, you didn't sleep very well, you worked 12-hour shifts or 2 shifts, and you're tired. You get in your car and your vehicle won't even start for you because you're tired, because it read your facial expression and thinks you're intoxicated or something. When you're just tired or you're just exhausted and you want to go home, or an emergency comes up, your child got hurt or something happened real drastic, and you're nervous, you're worried, you're upset, your body's just going through shock or immediate response, but your vehicle won't start because now it thinks you're intoxicated or under the influence or not able to drive your vehicle, and somebody dies from that, a child, a person, a loved one. That should be illegal. You should be able to sue for that. That is not right. That is not how America is meant to be run. We are not meant to be used as in my words, trash, that they can collect all the information on to use against you. The government is so messed up, and all they want to do is find anything they can to hold against everybody that they can. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. And the fact that they're putting homeless people who they say are homeless because of drugs. Not everybody homeless is a drug addict or addicted to something. They're just having a bad situation in life. So you're going to put them in jail, charge them all kinds of money, put them in some kind of rehab development thing when they don't need it. All they were doing was having a bad situation, an ailment, a sickness. Prices went up. Their fixed income, they can't afford it. So they end up homeless. So you penalize them, put them in jail, put them in a rehab facility, force them into all this stuff, charge them ungodly amounts of money they don't have already, just to hold it against them? For what? How is that right? How is that right for somebody to be able to do that against their own people, the government? It's just not right. This has got to be fixed. Say no to data centers. Say no to all your information being collected. Otherwise, stay off your phone. Don't post nothing. Talk. Go to the door. Write physical letters now. They can't track that. They can't use that against you. Go back to the old school ways. But all this technology, the phones, everything you do now is tracked, watched, confiscated to use against you. So think about it, just think about it. How is this helping the American people? It's not doing any good for anybody except for the government and the politicians and the billionaires that want to own everything, run the country, and put us away. So, it's just my thought. It's got to stop. We've got to do something. And vote out these old people in Congress, these old guys that don't want to do nothing but enrich themselves and control everybody. And they get away with everything, anything. They are above the law, they think. That supposedly they are, because so far nothing's happened to them. And Trump, he's not doing anything for the people. He's just enriching himself. He doesn't care. He even said he doesn't care. So, how is that good for the American people? How is this government helping its own people? It's not. It's trying to eliminate everybody. So, think about it. Vote these old turds out and just let's try something different, something that may be worth doing. They shouldn't be allowed to enrich themselves by insider trading, and they shouldn't be allowed to get away with all these illegal things just because they're politicians. What makes them above the law? Just because they're in government? That doesn't make them above the law. Just because they think they are and want to be, or the police department, the mayor, all them, they get paid off and they get away with it. So, think about it. This is not how this country's supposed to be run. And the fact that God gave us God-given rights to live freely, to be able to survive, to do whatever we have to do, as long as we're not hurting anybody, we shouldn't be penalized and arrested and put away just because of a bad situation that happened to us. How is that helping the people? Especially if not everybody are drug addicts. There are a lot of drug addicts, but 90% of that's caused because of the pharmaceutical companies. If it wasn't for the pharmaceutical companies, people wouldn't be so strung out on everything. So, just think about it. We can do this. We can fix this. We just got to stand together as Americans, as people here in America, and fight this. We can do this, but we got to start now. It's already getting to the point where there won't be no way out of it. We will be just used and abused. That's all they want to do. Use and abuse us. Fine us, take our money, tax the shit out of us, make it too hard for people to live, to exist. And then they force you to be homeless. Then they want to put you in jail because they made you homeless, because they made the prices too high, rents are too high. I mean, good God, $1,850 a month to rent a small apartment? Good God, man. Who can afford that? When most people don't even have that coming in, especially retired people. That's everything they got. And then they got to pay bills, buy food. You can't even afford to take your pets to the vet. Now people are abandoning their animals because they can't afford to take care of them, because the government is making it too expensive to exist, to live in peace, just to be human, just to be alive is now illegal. Think about it. It makes it hard to sleep at night when you worry about all this stuff. But hey, if you don't worry about it, you're just going to end up in the toilet, just what they want, So, my thoughts. God bless you. Take care. Sleep well, knowing that the government's coming for you, not just me, everybody. Like I said, grab the reins, grab a hold of that saddle horn, put your feet in them stirrups, clamp down real tight, and hang on, because it's going to be a rough ride. And if we don't do something now, there's no way out. Peace. Love you. Bye.